What's up guys, Trail here, and today I wanted to share with you a little something not typical for this channel. However, I did something and I wanted to share it with you guys. Yes, you've already saw the title, and I decided to surprise my wife with a brand new vehicle. Now, for those of you that are impatient and you just want to basically go right to the point so that you can see the car, I have a requirement for you. If you hit the like button right now, yes,
hit the like button right now,
you can fast forward to this point right here on the video and you can skip over to the actual part that you are wanting to watch. But for those of you that are willing to stick around and hear my story, I appreciate you watching this the full length through. As I was saying, we had been looking for her a car for over 2 months, and we finally ended up finding a car that she wanted with all the bells and whistles on it, and it had everything. I didn't have to do anything to this vehicle to please my wife, and we were both looking at it, so she was aware of it. She played a major role in the process of looking for the car, and we had actually gotten down to the point of actually signing, or right before signing the paperwork, and the car kept pulling to the right. We couldn't fix it. They ended up doing an alignment on the vehicle. It was still pulling to the right. They ended up putting new tires on the vehicle, still pulling to the right. And then finally they rotated the tires from the left to the right, vice versa, and the car started pulling to the opposite side. And at that point, the dealership, they were like, you know what, we don't know what's going on. We obviously can't fix the issue. It's up to you guys. And I had to make the conscious decision that we were not going to buy that vehicle. It was paying too much money for a vehicle that's pulling to the right, which means, you know, you're going to have to replace tires faster and all of that. So we ended up not buying it, which the beauty of it is a week after we decided not to buy that vehicle, I received notice from my employer that they were actually laying me off. Yes, I was losing my job. And if you haven't already watched the video of me being laid off, go ahead and click on the card up here so you can watch that video. It was actually perfect timing, and obviously it was meant for me not to buy that vehicle because I was going to lose my job. Now, fast forward about 6 weeks later, I ended up receiving a job offer and starting a new job, you know, in a couple of weeks. And I opened up the app Auto Trader, and I ended up finding another vehicle exactly like the one we were looking at. It's crazy that would pop up right then around the same price tag, and it was available. So I thought to myself, you know what, this would be a great opportunity to surprise my wife. Since I already know what vehicle she wants, I already have all the details, everything's in line. So I ended up driving back and forth every day to the dealership while, you know, my wife was at work and I was at home, driving back and forth, getting the paperwork and test driving it and taking it to the mechanics for them to review it and getting everything checked out. Finally, my mechanic signed off and stated that he can't find not one issue with this vehicle and it was good to go. So that was my cue to go ahead and press through. So once I realized that I was going to purchase this vehicle, I had to think about, how can I surprise her? I can't bring it home because it would be in the garage. I can't leave it at a friend's house because she might see it at one of our friends' house. So I thought of the idea of, you know, going to a restaurant and basically having the car pull up right in front of her and putting a big red bow on it. And, you know, yes, that's just kind of my idea, what I had. I talked to some friends and family, and they kind of helped me out with doing the whole process. And, you know, I was like, okay, that's going to be great. Now, how can I go ahead and set up this dinner or these dinner plans, and who am I going to invite? So I ended up, because I'm going to be starting a new job soon, basically the following week, I decided to set up a dinner. We ended up going to Uncle Julio's because it was last minute and I needed something close to home, and I needed it to be feasible for my, you know, close family and friends to be able to show up because I needed them to help me along with the surprise. So ended up setting up the dinner. We ended up going to dinner on a Friday night and ended up buying a gigantic red bow from a friend and was able to place that right on top of the vehicle, right on top of it. So anyway, ended up going out to eat, went to Uncle Julio's, and the plan was to get my brother to leave early and then go get the car. And as soon as I give him the cue, he's going to drive the vehicle around to the front, right in front of her. And that's pretty much happened. So I don't want to tell too much of the story, but I want to go ahead and show you guys the reaction and what happened, and also so you can see what kind of car it is, because I know some of you are pretty interested in it. So let's go ahead and roll to the footage to show you guys the actual reaction of my wife getting or seeing this vehicle pull up right in front of her. Now, disclaimer, I wasn't able to get that much footage, but it's still good enough footage so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and roll that footage.
I be mad at everybody.
Gonna take coming at you.
So wait a minute, so that y'all knew? Yeah, me and Daddy kept it a secret.
Because we just always randomly eat dinner all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you think we're missing the game for nothing?
Hurry up, come on. You enjoy it. Keep going. You got your car. Okay, bye.
Well, as you can see, that was her reaction, and I thought it turned out very well. And I'm super excited the way it turned out. She appeared to be super happy, super excited. And I think she was, because as I mentioned earlier, this is the car that she wanted, and the bells and whistles, the black car, black interior, black wheels, and the running boards. Everything she wanted on it, the exact year she wanted. And as you can see, she was pretty excited. I'm actually happy that she did not have the baby in her hands, because I have a feeling she might have dropped. Glad she didn't have the baby in her hands, and I think this turned out very well. I'm excited for her. And those of you who don't know, we haven't had a car note in the last 7 years, and we haven't had a new car in the last 14 years. So it's been a long time coming. We basically, keep our cars for a long time, drive them, don't have any car notes, use that money and buy more real estate. So definitely excited. And now we have a new car note. So I'm going to be paying car notes for the next 5 to 7 years. That's about it. That's all I have, guys. Hey, I appreciate you standing by to watch. Hey, let me know what you think about her reaction and what you think about the car. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment down below. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, as it definitely helps out with the growth of this channel. In addition, if you're not already a subscriber to this channel, please click on the subscribe button down below, as well as click on the bell right next to it so you can be notified every time I upload new content. As always, I appreciate you guys watching to the end, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.